Hey there, troopers. Now I want you to take a look at this. So that was the famous bounty hunter Cad Bane from the live action series Book of Boba Fett. And this here is also Cad Bane from the live action series Book of Boba Fett. And this is the Hot Toys 1/6 scale figure. Not the deluxe model, but is it worth all of my credits?
Let's find out.
Hey there, troopers. Thanks for joining me here in the Imperial Outpost. So, would you take a look at this? As you can see, it's Cad Bane from the Book of Boba Fett. Now, Cad Bane, you've got to agree, is one of the greatest bounty hunters in the galaxy. Now, this is the first Cad Bane that I have in my collection. And to have it as a Hot Toys figure, it's even better. So, those of you who are regular to my channel know that I like to check out the box before we have a look at the contents inside. So, let's do that now. On the front of the box here, what a lovely picture we can see of Cad Bane. And I do like the little band that the Hot Toys boxes have around here. That's really nice, with another picture of Cad Bane there. As we move round to the side, all we've got is just the little bit of the band there. On the back, it's just the usual jargon. Moving round to the side, a little bit different from the other side, we have another picture of Cad Bane, and if you notice, without his hat there. So that's nice. On the bottom, just Star Wars as usual, and on the top, Star Wars there again. So that's the box. Now let's take a look at Cad Bane in all his glory. Take a look at that. What a beautiful picture we've got there. And that's one good thing I do like about the Hot Toys. They do put a nice cover on there. Really good. Really good. And if you wanted to, you could display this cover behind the character. So yeah, but let's have the big reveal. Look at that. Isn't that just awesome? For first impressions is fantastic. Oh yes. Looks like it comes with some nice accessories. A couple of extra faces there. So yeah, it looks really good. I'm loving this. Okay, so I'll unpackage Cad Bane. I'll lay everything out on the table, and then we can have a closer look. Okay, so let's take a look at what accessories come with this figure. we start off with the base, and it's a really nice base. We have the sandy coloured look base there, which is really, really nice. That's a good effect on that. And it comes with Star Wars Cad Bane there. That's really nice. Now, it comes with a holder here, so you clip this one into there like that, and then you have this here. Now, what this is, it's you can position him like if he's flying, etc. These are really good. So it's not just static one, just up like that. You can bend it into certain positions. Now, to hold him on, we've got this grabber here, and to put that grabber on here, you take this top off, and we put the grabber down like that, on like that. As you can see, you just put that around the character, and that will hold him there, and then you can position him. Pop that back on, and then all you do on here is just pop it in there with a little screw. There you go. And there we are. There we have the base. So that's really nice. And like I say, I do like the sound effect on that. Now, let's take a look at the flamethrower. This is a lovely accessory, this one here. So you can position the character, you know, with his arm out and the flame coming out of it there. Really, really good. Very nice effect, that. It doesn't light up. That would be nice to have that lit up. But yeah, that's a really nice effect. So we have that. He comes with 4 different hands, left and right. So we'll have a look at this one first. So there you go. Nice detail on these hands. Look at that, really, really nice details. So it comes with 4 of these. So 1 left, 1 right, which is just the same. And then we have the fist here, which is great. So obviously you would use the fist with the flamethrower, you know, if you wanted to. And look at that, really nice details on his hand there. Fantastic. So he comes with 4 of those. He comes with his 2 blasters. Now, let's take a look at these. Let's get that in focus. You can have a look. Look at that. The attention to detail on that is just brilliant. I mean, look at the handle on there. Absolutely fantastic. And it does remind you, you know, I think this character was based on a cowboy, who you can obviously tell by the gun there, which is fantastic. But brilliant, brilliant detail on that blaster. And it comes with 2 of those. They're both the same. He also comes with 3 faces. So we have this one here. So you can have him in different poses depending on how you want to display him. Just look at that. The detail on there. Look at his forehead. I love the eyes on that. I mean, that's a nice one. I am Cad Bane. It's brilliant. Absolutely fantastic detail on that. And this is his other look, which is sort of like, you know, look at that. Isn't that awesome? Really, really lovely details on that. And they basically fit in, so it's got a little magnet in there, and then they just clip on. So it's fairly easy to get them on and off. So it comes with 2 of those. Now, this here, it's a little aerial for, oh, there you go, and I'll drop it as well. Now that's what you've got to be careful of. Don't lose this. This goes on his backpack, you know. So try not to lose this. Let's get this in focus for you guys. There we go. So some nice little detail on that, but that fits in his backpack. So I'll show you that shortly. So don't lose that. Now let's take a look at the character himself with his third face on. Would you take a look at that? And that, I do like that face. That's probably one of my favourite faces on there, this character. Look at that. Absolutely awesome. This is a fantastic modelled character. His hat here comes off and it reveals metal on his head there. You know, lovely detail on the hat. Look at this. Isn't that beautiful? Definite spaghetti western cowboy, this one. But take a look at the detail on this. His cape. Look at this. That is just awesome. Lovely material there. You know, they've really spent some time with the detail on this character. Just take a look at that. Absolutely fantastic. His belt here with his holsters. Really, really nice detail. Nice attention to detail there. And we have his pipes there. Be careful, they do come out. Now, obviously, he wears these pipes so he can't get false choke.
Lord Vader, the fleet has moved out of light speed and we're preparing to...
You feel it, don't you? The ability to breathe, no longer yours to decide. That is the power of the dark side of the Force.
Now look at his cape, look at this. The detail that's gone into this is fantastic. We have a look at his boots. Look at that. These are nice looking boots here. Get that in focus for you. There we go. They're lovely looking boots. Look at that. Absolutely fantastic. On the bottom there. Brilliant. Now, if we have a look at his backpack here, I'll show you where this goes. So, on the side here, it just fits in. Let me have a look. In there. There we go. So, can you see where I've put it? Just a little hole in the side there, and that just slots in there like that. Okay. But fantastic detail. We have his wrist gauntlets here. Absolutely fantastic. This, I've got to say, is one of my favourite statues to date now. This is taking the #1 spot for me. Just the attention to detail is brilliant. You know, his cape, even on the back, right? So, look at this. Now, his cape's going to be down, so you're not going to see the back here, but they've, you know, you've got the rivets there. See that? They've really, really done a good job there. Absolutely fantastic. You know? Look at the detail on his wrist gauntlets. Look at that. Really, really nice there. I'm loving this. This is a fantastic figure. Definitely worth the credits for this. Look at that. Now, let's have a look at his articulation. So, not too bad there. Knees, feet. So, the articulation is very good on this, and his hand comes off. I will say with these hot toys, you know, you do have to make sure that these are pushed on, because they're only a little ball fit there. There we go. And then there's a hole in the end there, just fits onto that. And you have to have a little bit of force, but it will go on eventually. There you go. This is just a fantastic figure. Now, the face, as I said, just pull off and put on. There you go. That's as easy as that. But what a cracking face that is. Absolutely brilliant figure. You know, the attention to detail on this is just phenomenal. Now, his boots here, you in the deluxe pack, you actually get his droid and the thrusters that go on the side of his boots. Okay, so they just fit on the side of his boots there to allow him to fly up. But as I say, this is not the deluxe model, which I'm happy with. I've got this at a fantastic price. But I'll just notice there. Well, this is how good this one is with the attention to detail. They've even put pockets there. Look, you can actually put something in there if you so wish. You know, that's just phenomenal. Absolutely brilliant. Let's have his hat back on. Look at that. That's just an awesome figure, troopers. Absolutely fantastic. That will look brilliant in my collection. Now, as I say, with the stand here, you just clip that round him, and then let's see, and then there you go. He stands up like that. So yeah, brilliant. So I'll show you some different display positions. Okay, troopers, so there you saw a number of views that you could display this figure in. This is absolutely awesome. Was this worth the credits? 100% yes. This is probably one of, at the moment, my favourite figure out of my collection. Absolutely superb. Loving this figure. As I say, it's not the deluxe model. The deluxe model does come with the boot jets and his droid. Other than that, everything else is the same. What a cracking figure this is. I mean, Hot Toys, for the money you're paying, it's well worth it. I was lucky enough to get this on eBay for a bit cheaper than the retail price, and there's nothing wrong with it. Absolutely fantastic, brilliant. So pleased with this figure. The detail, incredible. You know, the different poses you can put this figure in. It's just fantastic. This is the second Hot Toys figure in my collection, and the best, as I say, figure that I have in my collection at the present moment in time. Absolutely brilliant. Should you go out and buy this figure? Yes, you should. You know, if you don't own a Cad Bane, if you can afford the deluxe one, I would probably say go for the deluxe one, just for the extra bits that you get with it. Other than that, yeah, this figure is brilliant. Thanks very much for watching this review. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and most of all, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any more up and coming content. Until the next video, long live the Empire.